October 2011, Rockstar Games announced they would be releasing the 5th installment of Grand Theft Auto in September 2013, and as of 2024 has sold over 200 million copies, being the second most purchased game in history. The game's story mode features 3 playable characters: Michael DeSanta, played by Ned Luke, Franklin Clinton, played by Sean Fonteno, and finally Trevor Phillips, played by Steven Ogg. In the 11 years the game has been out, Ned and Sean have embraced their characters and are still active in the GTA community, although the same cannot be said for Steven Ogg. In fact, in the past couple of years, the GTA community have alleged that Steven Ogg either hates or regrets ever playing Trevor Phillips. So where did this idea come from? The speculation of Steven regretting his role as Trevor originally stemmed from the website Cameo. Cameo is a video sharing website that allows people to buy personalized video messages from celebrities. Along with Ned and Sean, Steven does have a Cameo account, charging $130 for a personalized video. In 2022, a channel called Hugo1 uploaded a video titled "Does Steven Ogg Hate Trevor?" Hugo explained how he had paid Steven to send a message to Rockstar's next GTA protagonists, Jason and Lucia, to be careful in the fictional world of Vice City. However, he had called Steven Trevor in the request.
He wanted me to give you this message from Trevor, which, of course, I'm not Trevor. My name is Steven, and I am an actor, and I'm a recovering actor. So I get it in a sense, and I don't get it in a big sense too. You know what I'm saying with that? Because as actors, you portray different characters, and it would be literally impossible for me to be a cartoon. I mean, literally impossible for me to be a cartoon. Like, I can't be. And even other characters, right? That's an actor's job. So I need to get that off my chest. I just sometimes don't can understand, but he did want to Hugo wanted to make sure that you both of yous are careful in Vice City. Vice City, I don't know what that is. I think it's maybe part of the GTA thing, but anyways, it's dangerous out there. Watch out for the cops in Port Gellhorn. Don't understand that reference. And that I'll see you out there. Because I'm a cartoon, right? And I'll see you out there. Because none of it's real. What a fucking world.
Hugo took offense to the video, feeling it was quite rude of Steven to have ranted about how actors and their roles were entirely separate, when Hugo wanted the exact opposite. Shortly afterwards, a second Cameo video came to light where Steven repeated his behavior of subtly ranting about how he was not actually Trevor Phillips to another fan.
So, I'm Steven Ogg. Trevor is a cartoon. So I did portray him using the magic of motion capture, but I myself could never be a cartoon because a cartoon is not even real. So that's aside from my book recommendation, that's a second lesson for the day for men. I like that. I like much love, right? Why don't people just want more of that instead of the silly Trevor cursing?
These two videos angered the GTA community, leading fans to lose respect for Steven as they had felt he was dismissing an entire form of acting just because Trevor Phillips was a video game character and not live action. The next year, Ned and Sean were both interviewed by a channel named Dan Allen Gaming, who asked for their insights on Steven's true feelings for the character.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. He doesn't like being called Trevor.
Do you relate to him at all, or do you see where he's coming from? Or
well, I mean, I can understand where he's coming from because I know he wants to be recognized for his other work, not for Grand Theft Auto 5. You know, he's not a gamer. You know, so I think in his mind it's like it's just cartoon. You know, it's not. I'm not doing that. And he even says it's cartoon. But
Steven wants to be recognized as Steven Ogg. He don't want you coming up to him saying Trevor, which is shitty to me. Steven shouldn't be that way because to me, he was nobody before this. He was just a little actor he was somebody, but he wasn't who he is today.
Soon after, people began uploading videos criticizing Steven Ogg for his supposed hatred for Trevor. Now, this video is going to be much different from my previous content because with all the videos I've seen, I completely disagree with the idea that Steven either hates or regrets that he ever played Trevor Phillips. So why does the GTA community believe in this concept? Well, I believe the main reason why the GTA community are upset with Steven is because they feel he dismisses video games as a legitimate form of art due to how he views the character Trevor as just a cartoon. Now, I disagree with this completely because Steven has expressed multiple times that he is in fact proud that he was ever able to play Trevor Phillips.
people must walk up to you all the time and go, "Holy shit," you know. Does it get old?
It's one of those things that I don't get tired of, because it's something I'm proud of.
The reason Steven calls Trevor Phillips a cartoon is because that's just how Steven views the character. A cartoon. Steven has also previously stated that he is not a gamer at all and is instead more interested in acting in movies and TV shows.
I mean, I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games. I never did. I still haven't really played the game. I've tried it. It's crazy that I guess 5 years it's been now. I don't understand why people care. It's cool. Grand Theft Auto 5, it still amazes me that I often repeat ad nauseum that people still give a shit.
And it's pretty evident just by looking at his IMDb page the dozens of projects he's been involved in since the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, compared to Ned, Luke and Sean Fonteno. So why does Steven not like to be called Trevor?
My question's for Trevor. I'm just wondering if
Steven. Trevor's a cartoon character, so it's physically fucking impossible for me to be a cartoon.
I'm just wondering if you forgive Michael for wrapping up.
If what?
If you forgive Michael.
If the character of Trevor, because it's a video game, not a documentary. I always like to clarify with the kids.
Will you come back and do the show another time?
Fuck yes.
Trevor. Steven. I just called you Trevor. My God, this is how many hours of GTA I played.
You want to piss me off, call me Trevor.
Forgive me, Steven.
It's a cartoon. I can't even be a cartoon. When people call me Trevor on the street, I'm like,
the quotable Steven Ogg. I can't even be a cartoon.
I believe one possible reason is, as Ned Luke explained, Steven wants to be recognized for his other roles in film and television rather than being defined solely by his portrayal of Trevor Phillips, which is what most of his fanbase knows him for. Another possible reason is that Steven possibly dislikes being compared to Trevor, as the two are entirely different. Trevor is a complete fictional maniac, while fans who have met Steven in person often describe him as gentle and kind.
Yeah, I'm getting this complex because everyone just wants me to be mean to them. Like everyone's like, yeah, tell me to go fuck yourself. Yeah, tell me to can you pretend you're hitting me? Can you pretend you're fucking crushing my head? Tell me to fuck off. Piss on me. Take a shit on my head. I'm like, cool. How about just a hug, man? I want love.
But just because Steven may not like to be called Trevor, it doesn't mean he hates the character. As a matter of fact, Steven has openly acknowledged that he wouldn't be where he is today without Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, the film I wrapped yesterday, which I'm in sort of the summer camp is over blues today because it was such an amazing experience with Henry Rollins. He never died, and we just finished shooting that yesterday.
Here, you were shooting that in Toronto.
Yeah. And that was, I would say, the first direct result of. I don't think I would have got that had I not been with GTA, because the director, Jason Kochek, saw that I was Trevor, and he's, like many directors are in their 20s, so they're gamers. And if nothing else, they're like, I just want to work with this guy.
Wow.
Even if he's a terrible actor, this is Trevor.
Since the release of GTA 5, Steven continues to attend events and Q&As about the game, the latest being a live stream back in April of this year. Not normal behavior for someone who supposedly hates or regrets playing the character. And I can respect Steven for showing up to these events, when he himself isn't interested with the game or community as much as Ned and Sean. As for the Cameo videos, initially I disagreed with how Steven approached them by subtly ranting about how he was entirely separate from the character. However, after hours of researching and listening to dozens of interviews with Steven, I actually did find a podcast Steven was a guest on where he briefly talked about the Cameo controversy, claiming that in the cameos he was being rude in, he was apparently acting as Trevor the entire time.
I lost, I'm not like a number counter guy, but I did count numbers when I posted something, and I dropped 10,000 followers in a day. Yeah.
No way. What did you post? What did you post?
It was so ridiculous because it was a character.
Oh, did you get in trouble?
And like the fact that people again can take stuff so seriously. It's like when I'm talking about Trevor, GTA, and the cartoons, and people want me to act like him, and then either I do act like him, and then they think I'm making fun of that, as opposed to, well, that's, if you want the Trevor, he's kind of a belligerent asshole. So I do, it's sort of this, and I've been having these people that go, oh, you were so rude, you were so terrible to fans. I was like, well, no, you said you wanted Trevor, and actually that's being Trevor, that's the joke of it, but I'm not going to explain myself to you. It's like, if you don't get it, you don't get it, and if you don't like it, you didn't like it, and I'm sorry, it was supposed to be fun. But it's that whole thing of, like, I just hold me accountable to doing something.
If this statement by Steven is true, then the idea that Steven resents Trevor was overall nothing but a giant misunderstanding. Sure, it is possible that Steven may have just said this to cover up his actions, but I don't know what the likeliness of that is. In conclusion, Steven doesn't hate or regret ever playing Trevor, the guy just simply is not a gamer. Thank you all for watching this video, subscribe, like, dislike, and as always, I'll see you in a bit.